I'm 93 years old. 93. And if there's one thing I've had more time to study than most people, it's life. I've watched people chase happiness their entire lives, only to miss it completely. I've seen people who had almost nothing, yet smiled more than millionaires. And I've seen people who had everything: money, success, fame, and still felt empty inside. So today, I'm going to tell you the truth, not the version you hear on social media, not the version sold in books or advertisements, but the real secret to happiness. The one you only understand when time starts running out. When I was young, I thought happiness was something waiting for me in the future. If I work hard enough, if I earn enough, if I achieve enough, then one day I'll finally be happy. But that day never came, because happiness is not a destination. It's not something you arrive at. It's something you practice every single day. You see, most people treat happiness like a reward. I'll be happy when I get the job. I'll be happy when I find the right partner. I'll be happy when I have enough money. But life doesn't work that way, because when you reach one goal, your mind immediately creates another, and another, and another. So happiness keeps moving, just out of reach. The truth is simple. Happiness is not something you chase. It's something you choose. Let me tell you something most people won't admit. Success does not guarantee happiness. I've had friends who built companies worth millions, but couldn't sleep at night. I've seen people climb to the top, only to realize they climbed the wrong mountain. The world teaches you to chase more money, more status, more recognition, but it never teaches you when to stop. And that's the problem. Because if you don't know when enough is, you will never feel satisfied. Happiness begins the moment you decide, what I have is enough. Not perfect, not everything, but enough. At 93, I can tell you this with absolute certainty. Nothing matters more than the people in your life. Not your job, not your bank account, not your achievements. People. In the end, you won't remember how many hours you worked. You won't care about the titles you held. You won't think about how much money you made. You will think about moments, conversations, laughter, love. And here's the painful truth. Most people realize this too late. They spend their best years chasing success while neglecting the people who truly matter. Call your parents. Spend time with your children. Be present with your partner, because one day you will wish for just one more moment. When you're young, you think you have unlimited time. You believe there's always tomorrow. But at 93, I can tell you something very clearly. Time is the only thing you never get back. You can lose money and earn it again. You can fail and try again. But time, once it's gone forever. So stop wasting your life on things that don't matter. Stop worrying about what people think. Stop delaying the things that truly matter, because one day you'll realize you ran out of time while waiting for the right moment. There is no perfect time. There is only now. Comparison is one of the fastest ways to destroy happiness. Back in my day, we didn't have social media. We didn't constantly compare our lives to others. And maybe that's why it was easier to be content. Today, you see everyone's highlights, their success, their vacations, their perfect moments. But you don't see their struggles, their fears, their loneliness. So you start believing everyone else is happier than you. But that's not reality. That's illusion. Happiness grows when you focus on your own life, your own journey, your own progress, not someone else's. If I could teach you just one habit, it would be this: gratitude. Not the kind you say once in a while, but the kind you practice every day. When you wake up, be grateful you woke up. When you eat, be grateful you have food. When you see someone you love, be grateful they're still here. Because one day, those simple things won't be there anymore, and you'll realize they were the biggest blessings all along. Happiness doesn't come from having more. It comes from appreciating what you already have. This took me a long time to learn. Too long. Most of the things we worry about, we can't control. What others think, what might happen, what already happened. And yet, we let these things steal our peace. At some point, you have to let go. You have to accept that life is unpredictable, messy, imperfect, and that's okay. Because peace doesn't come from controlling everything. It comes from accepting what is. You don't need a complicated life to be happy. In fact, the simpler your life, the happier you become. Simple routines, simple relationships, simple pleasures. A walk outside, a good conversation, a quiet moment. These things may seem small, but they are everything. The world will try to convince you that happiness is expensive. It's not. It's simple. At the end of your life, people won't remember how successful you were. They will remember how you made them feel. Kindness is one of the most powerful things you can give, and it costs nothing. A kind word, a smile, a moment of patience. These small actions can change someone's entire day, sometimes even their life. And in the end, being kind will matter more than being right, more than being successful, more than being impressive. After 93 years, after all the ups and downs, after all the lessons, I can tell you this: the secret to happiness is not one big thing. It's a collection of small choices made every single day. Choosing gratitude over complaint, choosing presence over distraction, choosing love over ego, choosing peace over control. Happiness is not something you wait for. It's something you build, moment by moment. And the best part, it's never too late. Whether you're 20, 40, or 80, you can start today. Because happiness has nothing to do with age. It has everything to do with how you live. If I could go back in time, I wouldn't try to become richer. I wouldn't try to become more successful. I would simply try to be more present, more grateful, more kind. So don't wait until you're 93 to understand this. Start now, because one day you'll look back on your life and you won't ask, how much did I achieve? You'll ask, did I truly live? And I hope your answer is yes.